Salutations, welcome, congrats, all the best to each and every of the youngsters of our Bharatavarsha and the entire world. Gratitudes to you for giving me this chance to dwell upon the masterpiece of all the texts, Bhagavad Gita. The speciality of Bhagavad Gita is this. There are so many scriptures, texts in Hinduism and all over world which are talked about Bhagavan or the Lord by great saints and sages. About God, they said, that is how bulky of all the scriptures. The uniqueness of Bhagavad Gita is it's not a text where somebody spoke about Bhagavan. Rather, it is the text where Bhagavan himself spoke. This uniqueness of Gita is irreplaceable. And secondly, Gita is said to be is Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Amrita Mahata. Gita is essence of the acme of all the knowledge, call us all the Upanishads. In this way, the uniqueness of Gita. It is not somebody told about God. God only told about how to achieve the outer successes and the final success of reaching Him. Can there be any more authentic text than this, knowledge than this? So, keeping this in mind, develop the respect, reverence to Gita and make use of it when it is fully available for us and when we need it. And when do we need it? Only when we are starting to enter into our life of all outer and inner achievements and goals. And with that idea only we started these sessions or series so that our dear youngsters, though they are young, tender in their hearts, still, if at least they start listening, if not today, maybe after a couple of years, their minds, intellects mature healthily with the knowledge and wisdom of Gita, so that their knowledge, their decision, their actions are so wonderful and intact, success becomes their habit. That is whole idea of this series, and you are with us, and we are with you. Let us learn together. As every day, today also, the three topics. First one, we do our prayers. Today, a new prayer will be taught to you, only one. Second one is common sense thought we talk. And in the third session, as every day, the most important one is Bhagavad Gita's thought today, second chapter, verse 60 to 63, are the most again oft quoted and very, very, very important topic of the entire Bhagavad Gita for all, especially for you and me youngsters. Because in an interesting manner, Bhagavan proves to all of us, shows to all of us, systematically, logically, the 8 steps of downfall, the 8 steps of our own destruction from where we are. Is it not many times we should know how to succeed? Also, we must know what are the reasons for which we destroy ourselves so that we can and we must avoid them. Today's portion in that way is the greatest one. Bhagavan is giving the warning or Chetavani, oh my dear youngster, this is how slowly, step by step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you just bring your own downfall and destruction. Please avoid the step 1 itself, so that the subsequent steps are not there for you for destruction. Avoid destruction, then only you can think about construction. Avoid the downfall, then only you can think about reaching up and above. These two slokas, 8 steps, with which knowingly or unknowingly we bring our own downfall, are so essential for you and me to know. And देखो, अगर सुन ही नहीं रहे हम तो पता कैसे चलेगा आगे पीछे कैसे बढ़ना है कि नीचे या पीछे क्यों गिर रहे. Is it not? Only after knowing that we implement those acts by which we avoid falling and we do those things by which we rise in our life. Never ever hesitate to learn the knowledge. At the very outset, if you are lazy or careless in gaining knowledge, then when will we act according to knowledge and grow? Only knowledge helps us to grow, not the ignorance and stupidity. Want to continue stupid life? Go on doing what you want, what your mind wants, what your other friends say. Equally, they are also blind. We can't help you then. Don't tell us later on. This Gita prevents us from all those downfalls and inspires, empowers us for the higher achievements. Respect, revere it, love it, take it as Bhagwan, take it as Guru, take Gita ji as mother and father, get guidance. So those things will be discussing. Okay. Now today's mantra is what? So we are learning Bhagavad Gita. So today's chanting will be one shloka of Krishna Smarana I teach you. Okay, like that one day Krishna, one day Rama, one day Shiva, one day Mother, and one day uh, any of the. In this way, in these 4 5 days, one mantra of one devata we learn. That will continue for a month or so. After that, I am thinking to teach you some Veda mantras so that we are learning those also, we are learning some common sense thought also, we are most importantly learning Gita also. So in one class of 30 40 minutes, three things you are given if you are ready to take. Okay, now the shloka is of Lord Krishna. First let us do the everyday's prayer of 3 times Om and Sahana Bhavatu. वो तो हर दिन रहेगा. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The shloka is simple. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupa Tam Aham Vande Parama Ananda Madhavam. Aham me, Vande salute. Tam him. Who is he? Parama Ananda Madhava. Paramananda, Supreme Anandam, and Madhava Madhu, nectarine. Ananda for himself, nectarine for us. So Madhava is Maya Dhava. Ma is Maya, Ma is Lakshmi, Dhava is husband. So Lakshmi Pati, Maya Pati, Madhava, who is the giver of Paramananda, I am saluting to him. And Yat Krupa. Why are you saluting him? Because his Krupa has these two spectacular blessings, results. What are they? One, Mukam Karoti Vachalam. Muka is dumb. Vachala is talkative. A dumb person also is made eloquent by his grace. So, for that reason, I am doing salutations to him. So, invoking His grace to make me eloquent in my speech from my dumbness. And the importance of this is what? The entire life of ours, good or bad, happens mainly because of our speech only. If the speech is good, even the bitter enemies we can make friends. If the speech is bad, great friends also are made enemies. In animals, there are no courts, there are no problem, there are no fightings. None of the issues in animals for only one reason that they don't speak to each other. Human beings have all codes, all 90% of problems ours are because we speak and we don't know what to speak and we speak what should not be and we speak never speak what to be done. Therefore, we suffer. This is one way of vachalam karoti mukam. రెండోది is what? Second is what? Let us learn Shastra, live Shastra and speak Shastra. In that way, mukam karoti vachalam. A dumb is made eloquent. It has another way of beautiful thing. Mukam vacha alam karoti. Alankara means decorating. A dumb person is given the beautiful speech and is that speech becomes a decoration or alankara to him. Abhushan कहते हैं. And you and I all know, for a human being, the one of the best abhushan is speech only. Vak bhushanam, bhushanam. You might have heard all that slokas. Keyuranina bhushendu purushamharana chandrojjvala nasnanam navilepanam nakusum nalamkurta murtaja vanyeka samalam karoti purushamya samskrita dhayate kshiyante kila bhushanani sagalam vak bhushanam bhushanam. The speech is the best ornament. So Bhagavan's grace makes even a dumb eloquent. In him the speech of truth, the speech of sweetness, speech of kindness, speech of concern, speech of helping, all that he brings into our speech. that people are waiting for us not to stop but to start talking. ऐसे मधुरता, सुंदरता, दिव्यता, शोभा हमारे वाणी में भगवान भरेंगे इफ यू प्रे। देखो, मूकम करोति वाचालम, मूक को वाचालम करता है, भगवान की कृपा करती है, इसलिए उनको हम प्रणाम। सेकंड इज पंगुम, पंगु मीन लेम मैन, लंगयते मीन्स ही विल क्लाइंब एंड कम डाउन ऑफ ए गिरी, इवन ए ह्यूज माउंटेन। A lame man cannot get up off his bed or chair and walk, but such person is made even to climb the hilltop and even come down. Many times climbing is easy, utarna मुश्किल होता है. So his grace makes a lame also to climb big mountains. Here the lame is the physiological, intellectual inabilities, and the task in front of us as a goal is as high as a mountain. So all powers required to climb that mountainous task, Bhagavan gives us. Therefore, he is being saluted by us. Like for me, giving this Gita is a mountainous task, both to speak also and continue and do the text completely. He is the one with whose grace I'll be able to speak eloquently also. I'll be able to climb this hill of teaching Gita to all of you, making you understand the glory of Gita. So too for each one of you, life itself is a hilltop, hill task. The goals in that, the achievements in that. But we are like lame. Lameness is neither the goal is clear nor the means are clear. We are all demoralized, non-powered. Somebody or the other continuously trouble us. All these things are avoided, and we are given such a power that mountainous tasks and goals also are made achieved by us. एंड दिस फेथ वी शुड हैव इन द कृष्णा। कृष्ण का रूप लगाओ एक फोटो के रूप में, मूर्ति के रूप में, एंड इमेजिन हिम टू बी द लॉर्ड हु ब्लेसेस हिज डिवोटीज, एंड बी अ डिवोटी एंड ardently pray to him, and it reaches him. One day you can see that change in you, that mukam karoti vachalam pangum lagite girim. That means life becomes so smooth while dealing with others, life becomes successful for in our own endeavors. This is what the meaning of this shloka, and I can talk on it for hours together by giving so many examples in the world how by God's grace people of no ability, no capacity have got so many capacities, and they have shown great achievements in the world. बहुत बहुत पुराने इतिहासों में हजारों कहानियां हैं by which Bhagwan's grace made even an unworthy person as worthy and qualified and made him achieve great things. And in a very highly spiritually seen thing, I have mouth, I have legs, but for the mouth to speak and to legs to walk, I should be alive. The life in me is Krishna. The life pulsating behind every of my organs functioning is He. Therefore, any braying of any animal, any barking of any dog, any mewling, any animal, any human being talk, behind that Bhagwan only there. So too, when my hands are working, legs are working, eyes are seeing, nose is smelling, ears are listening, taste, tongue is tasting, the heart is pumping the blood, the lungs are taking the air and throwing out. All the 9 systems which are working in me, all of them are by the touch of the conscious Bhagwan Krishna. In that way, at the higher philosophical level, this shloka is the meaning. At our level, one huge goal is there for me like a mountain. Give me strength to climb it. So too, let me talk in such a way that my speech becomes an ornament to me. Ornament such thing, when I wear it is good for me also. And the onlooker looks, he also enjoys it. So अलंकार करो मुझे वाणी से या वाचाल बनाओ मुझे, so that I speak so beautifully, I win the hearts of people. I am able to convince the people and console them from their dukkha, and I am able to convey to them my all visions. Are these not required for you all, youngsters? When you are facing your interviews, when you are given any projects, any team leaderships, how will you manage your team if you don't know how to talk? And how will you reach the tasks, the targets given by your company? Is it not? Krishna Krupa will make you achieve all that. Feel that faith and do it. So this shloka has got this meaning. These are the words. I'll chant for you 6 times. You keep listening today. Tomorrow another shloka 6 times. ये एक बार. इस तरह से हम सीखेंगे. Now the chanting is ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे Paramanandamaadhavam. While listening, you try to memorize it. While doing both, you also try with your concentration to imagine Lord Krishna's form and pray to him, walking, "Oh Lord, make me good speaker, eloquent speaker, give me all powers to do my goals and reach my goals." Yeah. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupātamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupātamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupātamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupātamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. 6 times we chanted, learn it. Now, the common sense thought is very simple but beautiful. One of the luckiest things we get in our life, one of the best and beautiful blessings given to us by the Lord, along with what we saw yesterday, day before, our grandparents and our parents, is our own siblings, brothers and sisters, with whom we spend decades and are supposed to spend the entire life. Imagine those families, only one child is there, neither brother nor sisters, to share all the emotions, to share all the discussions, to help each other. कितना अकेला अकेला वो बेचारा अनाथ की तरह रहता है. But if you have that way, brothers and sisters, please feel it's such a great gift and blessings given by the Lord. Then, from the beginning only, learn the art of, with mutual love and respect, help each other mutually to grow and achieve goals in life. Let you, right from childhood, because of your individual ego or extreme selfishness, don't become bitter enemy to your own brother or sister. How beautiful would be that life when you talk to each other and enjoy that life of being together? Elder brother helping the younger brother or sister in solving those educational aspects, in taking him for wherever required, in getting the works done. Younger one also listening to the elder one and helping mutually. अरे यार ऐसी सुंदर जीवन कहाँ किसको मिलता है बताओ. How wonderful it is. है ना? When the sisters are there and that the bhaiya dujas are there, the Raksha Bandhan are there, they tie Rakhi, and you feel it's a fulfillment of life. Somebody is calling you bhaiya, and you know that relation. You also call it दीदी. अरे यार ये मजा सबको नहीं मिलता है आनंदम. How beautiful it is. So the common sense thought is what? And no brother sister that way can be permanent together because वो sister तो marry के चली आएगी. या तुम लोग कई very rare cases nowadays they are in joint families. Most of the time out for the study sake or नौकरी sake इधर उधर उड़ जा रहे हैं. And शादी के बाद कौन आएगी फिर कैसे वो फैमिली को तोड़ेगी नहीं पता. Are you not seeing all this in your own families and around? So I said two things. As long as you're together, maybe up to age of 20, 25, till each of you get for job somewhere else, go or get married. Love these siblings, brother or sister so much that the other one should feel for the whole life that my brother or sister are there for me to support. Point one. Point two is what? Even after that way, for any reason, physically you may get separated, but throughout life, have that continuous connection, contact, avajahi, going and coming, and don't miss that joy. Common sense. Is it not? And what's happening? For various reasons, which I can't say, and you know many of them, mainly for sake of money or properties, or some of the egos, or strong likes and dislikes, or misguided by someone. ब्रदर बात ही नहीं कर रहे, ब्रदर सिस्टर बात ही नहीं कर रहे, और सिस्टर अपने बाल खींच कर लड़ रहे. Cases filed in the court against the brother. Useless fellows. Learn from Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna. Throughout life, they were such a jovial, wonderful brothers of living life completely together. 11,000 साल उन्होंने जिया as per Ramayana. 11,000 years they were integratedly living. So beautiful. You understand? Brother, brother. And the other thing we see, Dhritarashtra, never caring his both brothers. है ना? पांडुराज को कभी सुनते नहीं थे और विदुर की बात सुनते ही नहीं. He is attached to his son only, destroyed the entire Kaurava clan. There also the younger brother विभीषण का बात रावण ने सुना ही नहीं. He brought his own destruction. You understand so many examples. Five Pandavas. What a beautiful integration between them. Staying together. So for the sake of some property or the money, for the sake of small little trivials or the issues, don't miss the big thing called as your own brothers and sisters. Else, what will you teach to next generation? All the tasty life of these relativity and all cousins, friends, सब छोड़कर like animals you want to live or what? Not knowing each other and all. आजकल ऐसा ही हो रहा है. In our childhood, the big joint family. My father had four brothers and four sisters. Nine. And some had four children, कई six children थे, किसी को पांच. पूरे हम 20-25 लोग पूरा वनडे टूर्नामेंट ही खेल सकते हैं यार. T20 टूर्नामेंट. We used to stay. छुटपुट घटनाएं होते हैं. That's obvious. When two people come together, the clash of ideas, clash of mind होता है. But does it mean that we should get separate from each other? We used to stay beautiful. All groups used to be there. Each one. कभी अलग अलग तरह खेल भी खेलते हैं, घूमने जाते थे, घर का काम करते थे. कजिन्स एंड और ओन फैमिली मेंबर्स कोऑर्डिनेट कर कर समर आते ही 15 दिन इधर 15 इधर 15 उधर. इन दोज डेज वॉट एवर द जॉय टू बी डन दैट इज डन. वर्क टू बी डन, वर्क टू बी डन. एक जहाँ पूरा अचार वचार लगाने का काम करते थे. हेल्पिंग द पेरेंट्स, एवरी फैमिली मेंबर शेयर इट. इन अदर प्लेस घर की पुताई वताई करनी होता है, साफ सुथरा. दैट वी यूज्ड टू डू. इन अदर प्लेस वर्किंग इन द फील्ड्स. कभी तो हमने, आई रिमेम्बर इट, आई वाज इन 6th और 7th स्टैंडर्ड, वी मेड ए हट मेंट विथ द मड. पानी डाल के मड में उस कुंदल के उसको 6-4 घंटे. उसके बाद वी जस्ट टुक दैट लम्प्स ऑफ द मड इन दैट एंड यूज्ड टू पास इट ऑन. एंड देन उन्होंने वो मकान बनाया. ऊपर से दे पुट द thatched रूफ. इट वाज सच ए जॉय टू सी हाउस मेड ऑफ मड बाय अस ओनली. आई रिमेम्बर ऑल दिस. एंड सेमी जंगल गांव के बाहर जाकर वो पत्थर बनाने वाले पत्ते ले आते थे. दिस लीव्स आर देयर ना विथ विच दैट पत्थर इज मेड. आजकल तो कागज ओनली इज डिजाइंड लाइक दैट. बट वी यूज्ड टू गो ब्रिंग इट. और उसी पेड़ का स्मॉल पीसेस वी टेक एंड उसको सिलाई कर कर विद दैट ओनली वी यूज्ड टू मेक 100-200 लाइक दैट. देन सम ऑफ देम आर सूखा सूख गीला ही खाते थे पत्तल में. देन सूखने के बाद इट यूज्ड टू स्टे लाइक दैट. Brothers and all, we used to enjoy. My brother taught me how to do the ironing. He taught me the cycling. He used to take me for gymnastics. Not that we have done and became tall and all. Gymnastics, not gymnastics, the rings and all. Tennis and rings we used to play together. Long back. There are a lot of joy. So what I am saying, common sense is what? When a brother, sister are there, value them. Help them. Understand them. Give the time to them. Giving up our own grandparents, parents, and brothers, sisters, where are you going outside for the company of all other people who are only cheats and selfish people, arrogant? I'm not saying don't have friends outside, but not at the cost of God's given gifts. These are all. And so, too, again, my order to you, just for the sake of some money, don't fight with brother. You only give in advance. After all, it is your brother. Is it not? He will also understand it. If you are Rakshasa, he will also be Rakshasa. If you are like divine quality, he will also have that. In that way, today's common sense thought is what? Love between the brother sisters throughout life. Teach it to the next generation also. Cook together, go to pilgrim places. Call them to your house. You also go there. Give them gifts, wish them during important occasions. Don't neglect them. Don't get lost in all this nonsense of and TV, cell phone. Zindagi bhar usi mein. In the dead matter, you want to enjoy living the living beings. Socho, this is what is common sense thought. Now let us come to Gita. In the Gita today, the verses 60 to 63 of chapter 2 tell us about 8 steps of downfall. Remember, we all, even God and Gita and scriptures, will hint at you, will inform you. Beta, this is how you grow in life. This is how the destruction happens. Adopt that, reject this. So, to come to the classes, to collect the data, to ponder over it and make it your knowledge, to implement it and get benefit out of it is all in your hands. In this regard, if you are lazy, if you are careless, none of us can help you. Please remember it. Especially this topic. Only we can tell you and watch what you are doing with this knowledge. Are you throwing it away? Or are you taking it as a very sacred thing and making use? Like the foreign born Indians, nor NRIs, when they come to temples in India, Pujari gives a prasadam of Kele ka tukda. It looks so black and dirty. They just look at it, but nobody there, they throw it in dustbin. They don't know that it is a prasadam touched at the feet of Lord with all its divine qualities. They don't know it. बट डू वी डू लाइक दैट इवन ऐसा कुछ है तो उसको साफ करके आंखों में लगाकर हम खाते बिकॉज वी नो द ग्रेटनेस एंड वैल्यू ऑफ इट इन द सेम वे द ग्रेटनेस एंड वैल्यू ऑफ दिस नॉलेज if you don't understand now and accept it who can help us याद रखना जिंदगी भर even though you enjoy or suffer the results even though the result depends on the actions remember all your actions depend on your thinkings and decision and what makes us think and decide is our own knowledge or wisdom knowledge and wisdom is not given it is taken we give but if you don't take like Krishna gave Gita Jnanam 5,000-6,000 years back only. But whoever are taking it, they are getting benefited. Not taking, what can Krishna do? What can Gita ji do? What can all our acharyas, gurus do? Batao. Be a receiver of the knowledge. Be an acceptor of the knowledge. Be the user and implementer of the knowledge. Be a person of knowledge and successes, not in ignorance and failures. Choice is yours. So here comes in this two shlokas 60 to 63, where is the first step of downfall happens. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. And what is the downfall here? What is the topic going on? Sthita prajnata, establishing in our prajna. What is prajna? Our conviction about what? 5 things. Goal, the means, resource management, planning, our own performance in that. This is called prajna. How that all gets lost and we bring our own destruction. That is what is hinted in 8 steps. This is how it happens if you are not careful. Like the हाथ से ball गेंद फिसल जाता है मानो when you are on some topper floor ball slip from your hand how by step floor by floor it comes down in the same way you and I if you are not careful from the step 1 onwards slowly in this way we come to the complete destruction level. Very powerful slokas, and I tell you, each of you should by heart them and make me listen. Sometime you call me and tell, बढ़िया गिफ्ट भी दूंगा मैं आपको अगर इसको by heart करोगे तो. Let us chant them first. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geeta Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः साङ्ख्ययोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच अथ त्रिषष्टितमौ श्लोकौ. Shloka is like this. I'll tell you like a prose order, then I'll chant in poetry, explain word to word meaning, and see what are the 8 steps. I'll only hint it, and you think for yourself. The words are Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangaha Teshu Upajayate. Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Bhijayate. This is one shloka. Second, krodhat bhavati sammoha. Sammohat smriti vibhramaha. Smriti bhramshat buddhinashaha. Buddhinashat pranashyati. See that 8 steps. Let us do together 3 times, 2 to 3 times. ॐ ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषूपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति अगेन ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषूपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति तोड ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषूपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. 2 shlokas. So what are the 8 steps? I'll just enumerate them so the number is fixed. Then explain one by one. First, dhyayato vishayan. Second, sangasteshu upajayate. Third, sangat sanjayate kamaha. Fourth, kamat krodho vijayate. 5, krodhat bhavati sammohaha. 6, sammohat smriti vibhramaha. 7, smriti vibhramshat buddhinashaha. 8, buddhinashat pranashyati. How we destroy ourselves. See, when we are in this world, listening to sounds with ears, looking the forms or people with the eyes, how many we see? Hundreds and thousands when you are traveling in bus or traveling, इतने हजारों लोग दिखते हैं. Does anyone trouble us or you enter into our heart and make us disturbed in our life? No. Then who disturbs us? What disturbs us? That is what is the first downfall. He says, Pumsaha means for you and me, a human being who is uh, in this world for achieving successes. Instead of achieving successes, he is just getting himself destroyed. In that, the first thing is this one. For that Pumsaha, Vishayan Dhyayataha. When the dhyanam in the mind of the Vishayas are done. And what are the Vishayas? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandha. Already we are discussing from last 4 days. And the people who give these pleasures or happinesses to us. When we look at them in one go and don't repeatedly look or think about it, they don't enter into our minds to create all the negativity and disturb us. On the other hand, what first impression of listening through the eyes or the ears, listening through ears or looking at the eye, followed by when we do the dhyanam of them, the sankalpam of them, the thinking of them, that is the first mistake we do. Vishaya ka dhyana karna. When that dhyanam is keeping on happening, what it leads to? The destruction mein, second step mein, sangah teshu upajayate. In dhyana sthiti, we only consciously look at or think about that thing with our effort, especially the human beings. In the second level of sangha, what happens is it becomes effortless and natural that in the mind about that person or object, the thoughts keep on coming. The moment when you see in you that effortlessly thoughts about something or being is coming, understand that you have developed the sangha, the attachment to them. So constantly thinking about a person creates an attachment in you. If you don't think, attachment will not happen. Even if a lot of attachments are there, if you stop thinking, the attachment goes away. That's what we saw. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinah. First step is what? Vishaya dhyanam. First step of destruction. Actually, what we should do? Lakshya dhyanam. If you are a spiritual person, Paramatma dhyanam. Instead of these two, when you do the Vishaya dhyanam, Vishaya can be Shabda Sparsha Upasagandha, Vishaya can be any of the friends or all of that. It can be anything. Vishaya can be going to a place, any picnic, a movie, an eatable, any of the items you want to buy in a shop. When you saw again and again in the TV the advertisements, कुछ भी हो सकता है विषय इस जगत में. Main vishayas are Shabda Sparsh Prasagandha, and each one of them million varieties are there. Shabdas are thousands of type, Sparsh are thousands, Roop are thousands, and the rasa, the taste तो लाखों करोड़ में है. Gandha, variety of fragrances and emotions in the mind of the love from someone, etc. ये सारे विषय कहते हैं. About any one of them, when you repeatedly think, that is called as dhyanam. That is the first step of destruction. It leads to the second step. It is called as sangaha. At the level of sangha, without your own effort, the thought about that object or that person starts coming to us. It is negative or it is positive, whatever it may be. We are generally destruction की बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ, तो generally we take it as Vishayas means negative only. When you reverse it, instead of Vishaya, if you do the Laksham or it is a Bhagavan, the destruction की बजाय construction हो जाएगा. It will be a ladder, not a fall down, but to rise above. That we'll see later. Now let us enumerate first these 8 things. First is Vishaya Dhyanam, thinking about the persons or the objects. Then leading it toward Sangaha Teshu Upajayate. The Sangha, the attachment toward them develop. What is the Sangha Sthiti? That state of mind where naturally, effortlessly, the thought about that person or thing is coming. At that time also, if you don't cut, you continue your Dhyanam and Sangam, it leads to the third level. Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. When the Sangha is not cut there, it leads to the Kamana, wherein you desire to possess it. Is it not? Kamana means I want it wala. It can be a person also, you want that person company, that person's love, that person's help, or it can be your own tea or coffee or eatables, whatever may be, desire हो जाता है उसके लिए. संग के बाद में वो डिजायर के रूप धारणा करता है मन में. So you have seen through eyes, listened through ears, so too you have started thinking about it. These are the first 3 steps of downfall. In the second way, sangha, attachment. Now close your eyes. See who is coming. That means what? You are attached to that person. And that attachment leads to kamana. Variety of the desire. I want to possess depending on the object. If it is object of sound, I want to listen sounds. I want to taste it. I want that friend's company, that person's company. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. Once the mind is entertaining the kamanas, it becomes so difficult for us to make the peace in mind. All our goal, all our means, everything is kept aside. We only work towards fulfilling the desire. Now, desire fulfillment has 2 options. One either is fulfilled or another is not fulfilled. Now, many desires don't get fulfilled because of number of desiring people are more, objects are less. Like 10 नौकरियां हैं, 100 लोग अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, तो 10 को ही मिलेगा ना, 90 तो डिसअपॉइंट हो ही जाएंगे. The problem with desire is what? Remember, if it is fulfilled, it leads to greed. और चाहिए, और चाहिए, और चाहिए. It's called morist. If it doesn't fulfill, okay, whoever is the obstruction for the fulfillment of desire toward that person, as much intensity we had for the desire, so much intensely we become angry. This is the 4th step of destruction. First, Vishaya Dhyanam. Second is Sangam. Third, Kamana. Fourth one is Krodaha. Kamat Krodaha Avijayate. Krodha means Kam Runadhiti Krodaha. Kam means Sukham. That which destroys the peace of mind and makes you boiling inside and outside. That negative emotion called Krodha. So remember, in your life, wherever somebody is angry or you are angry, understand that there is a Kamana. And understand the Kamana was there because there is a Sangha. Sangha doesn't come just like that unless one does the Vishaya Dhyana for a long time. Once the Krodha comes in life, Krodha or Lobha, both of them, Krodha Bhavati Sammoha. Sammoha means what? The delusion happens in the mind overpowered by the Krodha. In that Sammoha means what? A state of confusion. Like in the peak winter in North India, because of the dizziness or this fog or smoke, आपको मोह होता है कि रोड लेफ्ट है कि राइट है कि कितने स्पीड में जाऊं, गड्ढा किधर है. The non-clarity, it is called as sammoha. Because it's powered by the overpowered by the emotion of the anger, he just gets into the overpowering effect of that anger. सम्मोहित हो जाना कहते हैं, deluded. क्रोधात भवति सम्मोहः. That's why you see the people with anger, वो लोग शेक करने लगते हैं, इतना फड़फड़ाते रहते हैं आंखों में, नाक में, लाल हो जाते हैं आंख भी. He is in different state as if they are drunk something or they are in semi-conscious state. क्रोधात भवति सम्मोहः. Now, once that sammoha parda happens, na sammohat smriti vibramaha. The sixth one is what? Smriti vibramaha. First one is dhyanam of the vishayas. Second is sanga. Third is kamana. Fourth is krodha. From the krodha becomes sammoha. Sammohat smriti vibramaha. The knowledge is forgotten. Smriti is memory. Memory is of knowledge. भूल ही जाते हैं स्मृति. Who is their person in front? What am I? What is my duty now? What is the situation there? How I have to tackle it or respond? ये सब चले जाता है एक बार. The parameter of measuring rod goes away, called as स्मृति. With the स्मृति गया, फिर बुद्धि नाश हो जाता है उसके बाद. बुद्धि is the one which discriminates, decides, passes orders for the sense organ to act in the world. For the buddhi to decide, what is the reference point? The knowledge called as स्मृति. अब स्मृति नहीं है तो बुद्धि कैसे सोचकर निश्चय लेगा? इज इट नॉट? बुद्धि नाश हो जाता है वहां. स्मृति भ्रंशात बुद्धि नाश. वंस द बुद्धि, द डिस्क्रिमिनेशन पावर, डिसीजन पावर इज गॉन, दैट पर्सन फॉरगेट्स हु इज इन फ्रंट, वेदर इट इज फादर और मदर और ब्रदर और द बॉस. ही ओनली एक्सप्रेसेस विद हिज एंगर, द वेंजेंस, द रेज, ओनली दोज एक्शंस ऑफ डिस्ट्रक्शन. Therefore pranashyati, the eighth step. Rather, remember, a man who is lost his buddhi, a man or woman, anybody, human being, he is equivalent to destroy, equivalent to animal only, the devil only. Thus he does such kind of action by which his destruction happens. Now, to you youngsters, every day thousands of examples you see. Your own life, you are in one of these steps in with regard to something or the other. You want a bike because your friend got a new one. Dhyayato Vishayan, daily dekhte dekhte, slowly the sangha happens. That becomes kamana. Yaar, if I also have the bike, how would be nice? Then you go on pestering the father, but he cannot buy it, there's no budget, etc. Then you start becoming restless. Kamat krodha vijayate. क्योंकि फुलफिल नहीं हुआ ना क्रोध. क्रोधाद्वत सम्मोह. देन इन द डिस्कशन, पापा मैं 3 महीने से आपको 6 महीने से गाड़ी मांग रहा हूं, आप तो देते ही कहते हो दूंगा दूंगा, अभी दे ही नहीं रहे हो. इज इट नॉट द सम्मोह के कारण योर टोन ट्यून वॉकिंग वे ऑफ स्टैंडिंग एवरीथिंग चेंजेस. एंड यू विल फॉरगेट दैट हिज फादर यू आर टॉकिंग टू. स्मृति भ्रंश होता है, बुद्धिनाश, यू स्टार्ट फाइटिंग विथ हिम. Pranashyati, a son fighting with father, disturbing the entire family's atmosphere, creating that enmity, all is destruction only. Where it started from, Dhyayato Vishaya. So too about the boys and girls. When they join the college, school or any of those offices, fresh mind. Nobody knows who, you don't know who are there people there. You just went there for your job. But instead of sticking to the job, you start making friends. Slowly, you start doing the dhyanam of those people beyond the office or college. There sangam. A sangha hote hi next day say, instead of going toward the college or home, you start looking for that stupid fellow, boy or girl. Sangha. Sangha sanjayate kamaha. You want that person's company or love. You start writing letters, this, that. But that fellow wants somebody else. Life is very funny. It is a natural thing. You like someone, somebody likes someone, and somebody likes you. It is never matchable thing. Somewhere you have to cut it. Then is the only way. That beautiful sloka is there in Vairagya Shaktam. He says, I fight upon all this stupid mind and disturbance in the mind about the desire and all that is destroying me only. Yam chintayami satatam maisa virakta sapyanya michiti sa tathonya sakta asmat krutepi parichintati kachidanya diktam chatam chamadanam chaimam chamam cha. These are all beautiful slokas. If you study our Shastra, so much of knowledge they give. See, you are thinking of that person, so you got advice. That person may be thinking somebody else, or he doesn't think that person is interested in his own goal. How can you compel anyone? But you have developed your Sangha and Kamana. That person is not responding. Day by day, you develop the Krodha. When the Krodha reaches to peak level, Krodha was Sammoha. Sammoha के बाद स्मृति भूल गए कि you are a student, that person is a student, and this is your goal, that's what you came for this college and all. पूरा दिमाग उसमें लग गया बुद्धि नाशः. Then this boy, because that girl is not listening, he throws the acid or he murders her और भोगता है वो चाकू से. Such a nonsense is not happening. That is the extreme pranashyati. Very, this all what once he has done that, he's put in the bar only. और life पूरा गया ना उसका. Others what they do, it may not, they may not to that extreme, but what they do is what? Always thinking about that boy or girl, they forget their career, their goal, their study. अब 24 घंटे तुम्हारी याद आ रही है, जिधर देखो तेरी नजर तस्वीर, तेरी तस्वीर नजर आ रही है. Last this stupid fellow. And that girl was never from your birth is with you. Just you join college or school, अब देख लिए तो फंस गए. मूर्ख, इतना बुज़दिल, इतना कमजोर. This much you are without your conviction of your goal, then better you get attached and destroy yourself. You are deserving that only. As such useless fellows become a burden to the society and the world and parents. Do you want to become like that? Is it not? How many of the youngsters are destroying their opportunity of life and career, everything freely given by the parents and the government and the society and the Bhagavan, just because of being careless in this aspect. See that? Destruction 8 steps. So, first is what? Dhyanam. Second, Sangaha. Third, Kamana. Fourth, Krodha. Fifth, Sammoha. Sixth, Smriti Bhramshaha. Seventh, Buddhinashaha. Eighth, Pranashyati. कुछ लोग जाकर आत्महत्या कर रहे हैं, रेल के नीचे गिर रहे हैं, कोई पानी में डूब कर मर रहे हैं, कोई सूली पे चढ़ रहे हैं और लगा रहे हैं, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, all of them are pranashyati only. Every day you are listening. And in this world, from other side also so many traps are coming. And you also yourself, by choice, entering into trapping. Can't you use your intellect more than the mind and decide for yourself some higher and greater and grander, nobler goal and stick to that? It is for everyone. Therefore, instead of Vishaya Dhyanam, do the Bhagavad Dhyanam. That is for, when you do the Bhagavad Dhyanam, instead of Sangha, the devotion is developed. After that, instead of Kamana, the positive desire of serving the Lord or having darshan of the Lord, that develops. They are all positive things. There, instead of Krodha, Sammoha, Ityadi, we go to the Guru, we learn from him how to get the Lord, and we start doing those practices. Instead of Pranashyati, here you get your moksha, liberation, Bhagavan's darshan only, for a spiritual seeker. And for you, instead of Vishaya Dhyanam, you do the thinking about the goal chosen. And when you reach that, how spectacular your life will be, how celebrating it for yourself, how great happy the parents will be, how everybody will appreciate you. In that way, when you do, in the Sangha, the inspiration comes to you. In the desire, your zeal and zest and planning abilities come to you. In the Buddhi Nasha, Buddhi becomes sharper and subtler. In the Pranashyati, you make yourself such an achiever that you become trendsetter. Others will look at you and get inspiration. This is the most important knowledge for everyone, and everybody becomes careless in this regard, especially the youth, and that age of 14, 15, 16 to even up to the death, some stupid fellows, and others up to the age of 40, 50, in the Vishaya Dhyana, they bring the destruction to themselves. Choice is yours. जो सत्य है बता दिया गया है सारा स्पष्टता से. Life is yours, choice is yours. Be alert. Once you come to the level of kamana, it becomes so difficult again to come out, but not impossible. We always have, luckily, the way of coming out from any trap with the earlier sloka. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. Rasavarjam rasopiyasya param drishtva nivartate. We already saw it. But the thing is what? You get attached and lose to such a greatest extent. Again, spending lot of time, energy to repair and come back. Is it all required? तब तक बुढ़े हो जाते हैं. You be intelligent right from now only. Other than my goal, what are the goals? If you can have spiritual goal, if not, start with cultural traditional goal, the goal of serving the nation, your own economic goal, your own social status goal, your own study goal, your own professional goal. All of them should be in line with helping others only, not a very terrorist type of selfish goals. Keep on achieving. So be alert, that's it. This is the Vishaya. मैं ध्यान कर रहा हूँ इसका. There is a danger that I get attached to it. It may get converted into kamana. Then it won't be fulfilled because every time it will not be fulfilled. कभी होता है, कभी नहीं होता. Then you develop krodha. Each of these things slowly get added, like in the bank if you deposit money. जैसे वो पैसे ऐड होता रहता है. आजकल तो बहुत कम ही देते हैं पैसे लोग. बहुत पहले बहुत देता थे इंटरेस्ट. Anyway, but it goes on unknowingly getting developed. And then krodhat bhavate sammoha. Sammohat smriti Sammoha is in a mood of not knowing anything. Then the smriti the knowledge is gone, the dignity is forgotten. Then the measuring rod has gone away. Therefore, buddhi nash hota hai. You don't think what to do or what not to do, what to say or what not to do, what not to say. Pranashyati, you end up doing only the negative thing. You know, if war between two people, whether it's wife and husband or brother and sister or family members or boss subordinate and neighbors, kahin bhi karo, the war between two individuals and the war between two nations or two continents also, only because of this only. And ultimately क्या होगा? ये उसको इसको मारेंगे, दोनों मरे फिर. Pranashyati. Buddhinashat pranashyati. When the discriminating decision making intellect is lost, the man behaves like animal, like a rakshas only. And no object of the world is so important that we can't live without it. No person in the world is so important that we can't live without them. Don't get trapped into that type of weakness and slavery if you want to achieve great grand goals for yourself and the world at large. And at what age this type of downfall starts, we don't know. You may be guarding yourself up to the age of 50, 60. Even at the age of 60 also, you may start doing Vishaya Dhyana. That Vishaya can be anything. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha are common Vishayas. Other things are what? See, the politics and all. I want to become MLA. I want to become Chief Minister. This is bhi Vishaya hai. Then संग हो जाता है उसके लिए ध्यान कर करके. It becomes kamana. Then how to get elected into that? He start doing all hera-fairy. The horse tradings go on, the booth capturings go on, the riggings go on, the purchasing the MLA, that's called horse trading. These are all buddhinash wale kaam hai. Then one day the people will come to know, one day the election commission will come to know, one day the Supreme Court will know it, then see their status and position. Pranashyati. है ना? किसी को पॉलिटिकल पावर चाहिए, किसी को इकोनॉमिक पावर चाहिए, किसी को इंडस्ट्रियों में सबसे आगे बढ़ना चाहिए. Somebody in their own arts and talent, everywhere they make it rather than a professional service, a selfish vishaya or the desire that destroys them. I must learn the medicine knowledge to serve the patients and see happiness in their removal of the pain, in the removal of their pain. You have to stop your intellect there. If you start having the desires in this way, I have to have beyond my capacity, huge big hospitals and further this money, that money, this अब करते जाओ तो धीरे धीरे वो बुद्धि नाश होकर गलत काम करना पड़ेगा, then destruction हो जाएगा. No, I need not give you examples nowadays, just to see the headlines of the news. Educational department में The pensionary department में, medical department में, law department में, even in the spiritual ashramas and all, because of the desire for the properties or position, power. अरे बाबा बाबा लोग भी डर लड़ रहे हैं. Didn't you see that other day सिंगापुर में बताया दो बाबा लोग लड़ रहे हैं वहां about some ashrama or the some supremacy. I am greater than you, I am greater than you. अरे महाराज दोनों में एक ही परमात्मा है, सब में एक ही परमात्मा है. परमात्मा बड़ा छोटा नहीं होता है, उनके एक्सप्रेशन बड़ा छोटा होता है जो परमानेंट नहीं है. कभी ये होगा कभी वो होगा, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. बट दे डिडंट अंडरस्टैंड इट, दे वर फाइटिंग. सी दैट क्रिकेट मैच. Luckily, Indians are not so unruly, etc. When our country loses the match, but see that Pakistan में वगैरह हार गए इंडिया से टीवी तोड़ने लगते हैं. प्रणश्यति बुद्धिनाशात. Nowadays they are also becoming wise. थोड़ा कम हो रहा है. See that Ukraine and Russia war. Is it not because of Putin that I want Ukraine, I want Ukraine? Dhyayato Vishyan, Sangaha, Kamaha, Krodhaha, Buddhinashaha. He has bombed and thousands families destroyed. Such a beautiful nation with such a great. It is a really one of the picnic spots. What is get them the holiday spots? It was totally destroyed. Everywhere. See that yesterday the bridge collapse. Out of greed, that bridge which supports 120 people, they have allowed 500 people to stand. वो मनी का ध्यान से ही ना, मनी की कामना के कारण ना, बुद्धिनाश होकर they have allowed so many. See 142 people died. 41 100 people are again दलदल में है. वो निकाले जा रहे हैं धीरे धीरे बॉडीज. How many places we see human beings falling to the level of devils and worse than animal out of their anger, etc. They are born out of the desire. And what is the seed of the desire? Vishaya Dhyanam. Therefore, always I must be devotee of the Lord. I must be servant of this world through this profession. I am only the giver, not the taker. In this way, when we maintain our personality and thoughts, then only we are safe helping ourselves and world. If not, we destroy ourselves, we destroy others also. It's a huge topic. This is most important one. Throughout the life, you have to be aware about it. So the thought is conveyed, contemplate on that, write down these points, see to it that you help yourselves by reducing Vishaya Dhyanam, increasing Lakshya Dhyanam. Okay, let's chant this shloka. I'll conclude today. In this way, in the next 10 12 slokas of this chapter, or some more wonderful guidances are there. Om Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangasteshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Vijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vibhramaha स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. So Vishaya Dhyana and Sangha, be careful about this. Any moment of the day, throughout the life, no thing or being should occupy your mind just like that. That much be busy in your duty, profession, service. Remaining time, you just take the name of the Lord. When you remember the God, it will not become desire and attachment. But if you start thinking about the people, dheere dheere, sangha, kamana, krodha, then any distraction we do. Help yourself, especially with the human beings. Love all, but don't get attached. Serve all, but don't get attached. You know, the entire tennis game starts with this only. And be at that point only. Love all and serve. Then slowly the game starts. Is it not? Love all, 0-0, serve. Then point game set. 15-0, 30-0, 40-0, then game 1. Game 2, game 3. Then set 1, 6-0, 6-3, 6-2. Points, game, set. In the same way, life should be love all and serve all. Make a habit of enjoying this. Instead of that, others should serve me, they should love me, I want this thing, I want that thing. In this way, through dhyana, when you develop sangha and become it kamana, then understand that your peace, your happiness, purely, they all are going to be destroyed. and we become a bad person, breaking all the rules, giving up all dharma, doing all the papa, and create destruction for us and everybody. सोच लेना इस बात को. Thank you, beta. Tomorrow we'll meet with another beautiful topic. This talk I request you all to listen more than once. And many things whichever are unadded or unsaid, you just be wise enough to add. And look into your own examples where I have behaved wrong. Why? Because my desire was thwarted. Why the desire came? Because I did the dhyanam of it. Therefore, what to do? The moment the Vishayas are seen by eyes or listened by ears, don't get sangha into that. Be careful and divert your mind to your own goal. Throughout life, like that, you have to be. Like whenever you are driving a vehicle, opposite any koi gaadi aa raha hai, to be safe, don't to take a safe zone. In the same way, the moment the Sangha happens towards anything or being, immediately stop that connection or contact or dhyanam, protect that it doesn't become the kamana or the desire. This is how we have to help throughout the life. Yes, thank you, one and all. Thanks. See Bhagavad Gita, how logically, systematically, by all means, guiding us for our own safety, security, success, and happiness. Bye. Take care. ध्यान